This one is so good. This article makes me so happy, guys. And that is Reacher renewed for season 2 at Amazon Prime. And I the funny thing is, I considered I'm like, well, is it news? Is it not news? But here's the deal. If I want to see stuff that I like do well, it's not enough to just watch it, right?
Yeah.
You have to talk about it. You have to make discussions about that thing that you're enjoying part of the public consciousness, so that these studios understand that you enjoyed something, and they see uptick in engagement on social media and places like YouTube, where I haven't seen many videos about this show, so I want to make as much as possible so that the studio knows that people like me and I checked right before we came in to do this today. This show is still ranked number 1 on Amazon Prime.
That's good.
So that is good. So it says, Jack Reacher is returning. Amazon has renewed the Alan Ritchson fronted action drama series Reacher for a second season. The fast turnaround renewal comes 3 days after the streamer launched the Lee Child adaptation. Amazon said that Reacher ranked in its top 5 most watched series ever in the US and globally over a 24-hour period. Though it's worth noting that all 8 episodes of the series launched at once, the company added that it was also amongst the highest rated original series, with subscribers giving it an average of 4.7 out of 5 stars. That is very high. From Nick Santora, the series follows Jack Reacher, a veteran military officer. So they go into the details here about what the show is about. And it talks about the cast. It stars Malcolm Goodwin as Oscar Finley, Willa Fitzgerald as Roscoe Conklin, Chris Webber as KJ. KJ could have been so much better in the show. So it says Santora is the showrunner and executive producers alongside Child, Don Granger, Scott Sullivan, and David Ellison, Dana Goldberg, and Bill Bost executive producing for Skydance. There was something else I watched recently. I didn't check what it was, but something else that we watched or saw a preview for. It was also a Skydance production. So I'm wondering if that's maybe a studio to keep an eye out for. Like maybe they
make a lot of good indie films.
Yes.
And like TV shows. Like,
can you look up what they've been doing? What else they've got?
Yeah.
What else they've had coming out recently?
Yeah, you can see you.
Yep. So it says winter premiere dates for new and that's a Santora says the entire Reacher team, cast, production, writers, etc. is so happy with the wonderful reception that the show has received. Amazon, Skydance, and Paramount have been such fantastic partners, and everyone is excited to roll up their sleeves and get to work on what will be a great season 2. It says, and then the creator of the series, Childs, adds, partnering with Amazon Studios from season 1 of Reacher was a total delight. They had our backs every step of the way, and it really shows in every line and every frame. So I'm thrilled we'll be working together for season 2. And they really did kind of have to have their back, too, because I really expected a lot more political messaging, a lot more current year to be kind of shoved into the show, and it wasn't. And that was the best part about it. And then I wanted to go down into some of the comments here. It says, thank you for a great series. Reacher is the real deal. Can't wait for season 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you for bringing Reacher to the screen. P.S. I like Tom Cruise's Reacher character in the movies, but Tom should forget about this and stay with the Top Gun movies.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was out of all the trailers we watched in the theater recently, the new Top Gun trailer was probably my favorite.
Exactly. And I like it if you keep on rolling. The third comment, it says the series is absolutely awesome. We binge watched the whole series twice in 2 nights in a row. Thank God they put Alan as Reacher. Tom Cruise Reacher's movies suck.
Okay,
they will try. They will hard. It will be hard to wait for season 2.
Yep. And just to point out, this has 90 comments on this one Deadline article. So that there's a lot of response there. There's a lot of people that are excited about this show. And then I found this other article from AV Club. It says, in praise of Alan Ritchson, the big beefcake boy who makes Reacher work. Oh, beefy beef. Oh, big beefy boy, come, let us celebrate you.
Oh, okay.
Where Alan Ritchson was initially cast as the star of Prime Video's recently launched Reacher, most of the discussion focused on how the adaptation of Lee Child's long-running series of crime thrillers novels had finally cast an actor big and burly enough to match Child's description of the 6'5" tall ex-military behemoth Jack Reacher. Tom Cruise, who played Reacher in the 2 movies, is neither big nor burly, though he will endure a beating meant for a much larger man. What was not not fully appreciated when Ritchson's casting was announced was what a secret weapon Reacher had acquired. The charming Beefcake Bruiser is a superlative comic performer, and while no one seems to understand that, it's precisely because of that rarely tapped talent that Reacher works. Yeah, he has like a really dry sense of humor in the show that tends to really work. Like anytime he's playing off of Malcolm Goodwin's character. Of Finley, like his because Finley's such a serious person, Reacher is so dry in his humor and wit. I really do think that's one of the contributing factors that made the show so watchable. On one hand, it's understandable why Ritchson's talents for comedy have largely gone unnoticed. Most of us have the unfortunate tendency to judge books by their covers, and the man has one heck of a cover. He really is kind of what would you call it, Miracle? He's kind of an Adonis.
Yes.
I'm sure when you saw him, your eyes popped out of your head like Wile E. Coyote, or yes, no, she's lying.
That was mainly you.
She saw the screen. She's like hubba hubba.
Nah, that was mainly you. Brett was like, "Oh yeah, he's so great. Love him.
He's a good looking dude." Mm-hmm. So it says, most of us have the unfortunate tendency of judging books by their covers, and the man has one heck of a cover. He stands proudly alongside Jason Momoa, who Miracle does simp for on a regular basis.
I do it because it annoys you.
John Cena and Dwayne, the cuddliest Rock you have ever seen. Johnson, in the pantheon of chiseled talent who waited patiently for an opportunity to flex their goofball muscles, and even then, wrestlers like Cena and Johnson presumably had an easier time of it, given their entire performing careers were built on a foundation of campy excess. They're kind of like, one of the things about the show is he can switch between the comedy and the serious aspects very, very like smoothly. And one of the things I noticed is that these shows tend to be one or the other. Like very rarely do shows kind of go between the two. Are you still looking up the stuff on Sundance?
Yeah.
Did you find anything?
Yeah. Basically, this website is called Decider, and basically they have 25 movies or TV shows that you should keep an eye out. That's produced by Sundance. Okay. One of them is with the kid from Stranger Things, the skinny one. He was also in
What's it called?
When You Finish Saving the World.
Wait, that's the name of the show? Okay.
Or a movie.
Is it a movie? Okay,
it's
what
a
else?
movie. And then The Worst Person in the World.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, so they're going to have that. Emergency. And it's going to have the guy who played as Newt from...
Can you send me the link?
Yeah.
It's
it all the movies that's going to be for 2022. Okay.
I wonder if maybe it was Ambulance. Maybe that's the one I thought that that made that. That was the one, the new one with Michael Bay that Michael Bay is making with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Maybe. Oh yeah, that's the one that you're thinking of.
Is that on the list?
No, I don't think so.
I think I saw somewhere that's who was producing that movie, but I'm not 100% sure. In fact, I'm going to look it up right now.
Live on air. Yep. Brett is searching.
Make sure you send me that link, though.
I already sent it.
Okay. So,
we're just waiting for you.
Who is producing?
Lucy and Dicey.
Let's see here.
It's going to be...
Okay. Let's see.
They're making a Kanye thing. That's funny. So they're gonna make a Kanye thing also. Fresh is on there. Oh, did I say 25? That's only
distributed by Universal. Okay, no, New Republic Pictures, Endeavor Content. So no, it's not for them. So you sent me that link?
Yeah, I already sent it to you. I thought it said 20. It's actually 14 films that you should keep a eye out. Okay. And this is from February 1st, 2022.
Okay, so just recently. So this says, say, When You Finish Saving the World. Oh, directed by Jesse Eisenberg. Okay, cool. The Worst Person in the World. Let's go down here. Emergency, which is... Okay, that one looks familiar. Directed by Carey Williams, who also directed the 2020 Sundance film. Okay, Call Jane. Good luck. So it's definitely more indie.
Yeah, it's very indie.
Very indie.
If you search up Sundance, they'll give you like different websites. There's ones that are basically saying support artists. Yeah. And you can volunteer or apply for a job.
Cool. Okay, yeah, that was the one. The Kanye one. I think that's the one I was thinking of. So that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean that's definitely. And when you think about it, out of all of those that we just looked at, Reacher might be the most mainstream of those. Well,
projects. Most of these are like all films.
Yeah. So, but Reacher in general seems like it's like the most. name brand or mainstream of projects, whereas because like I even somebody like me who hadn't read the books knew what they were, whether it was because of the Tom Cruise movie or like I had friends who read a lot of those books. I was more of a Clancy guy. It says I've watched through. I just want to go back through some of these comments because I love it. It says I binged the books and mourned when there were no more to read. This TV series is exactly what I needed. So true to the book's character. Love the Reacher concept. Hugely looking forward to season 2. Huge. I've never read the books, but enjoyed the series. Now I've watched it all. Worth going back to read the books. So like, it's imagine being the guy who wrote these books. He's probably getting such a bump in sales because the show's doing so good. It says he's a photogenic giant who can act, and it takes exactly 0 camera trickery or plot armor for him to be the hardest SOB on screen. That was the most realistic part. Yeah. He goes in a room with like 8 guys, and like I felt bad for the 8 guys. Like that's how good he was in this role. So my hope is that it ends up doing well. Like I said, anytime something like this, where if you like something, if there's a project that comes out and you want to see it do well, you need to talk about it. You need to share stuff about it. Like what is something that's come out lately that you really enjoyed that that you hope we get more of?
1 second. I just started. Netflix just dropped the season 4 of Enchanted.
I don't know what that is.
Disenchanted.
I don't know
My bad. So it's made by the same guy who made The Simpsons, Futurama.
Okay.
But this time it's placed in medieval time, and you're following Bean, who is your main character, and she's supposed to be like a princess, but she's more crass. She drinks like a man.
This sounds exactly like something you would like.
Yeah, it's so funny. And like season 4 just dropped, and I fell asleep during episode 5, but I was just tired this week. But it's like really good because basically I'm not going to spoil season 4 for you guys, but I'm going to spoil the other seasons if we haven't watched it. Basically, she goes on an adventure. She's trying to like break the gender rules because like they're trying to force her to marry somebody who is a terrible idiot. Like he's legit an idiot. And
of course he is.
But he turns into a pig. Plot twist.
Okay. Well,
he turns into a pig, and then
I don't think I am the target demographic for this show.
No, you are too.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, because they have Lucy, which is like a little devil that was like our demon that was assigned to Bean.
Yeah, but the second I saw like them like making the guy out to be a big doofus idiot, I'd probably get annoyed.
Well, like he's more arrogant.
Okay. I say like anytime I guess I tend to avoid the shows that go heavy into stuff about gender roles because it just feels so current year and so politically charged. Like I'm just like, don't you have any better stories to tell? But like I said, that's me speaking generally, not overall. You clearly, but I'm saying you like the show. Now this is 4 seasons in. Are there any shows that are like relatively new or only have like 1 season, or it's just a movie that you liked that you'd like to see get more of?
Well, I'm really hoping that
Hellbound.
Hellbound is really good, yeah.
I'm saying like if we want stuff like that to get more seasons, you have to talk about it and you have to make it known that you want to see more. Well, they are announcing
they're making a 2nd season already. And same thing with Squid Games, making a 2nd season. What else? I'm really hoping there was like a Netflix TV show. Allison was it called Allison in Borderland? Yeah, that one is really good. I recommended it to you like a long time ago. Okay. They only have 1 season out because it just came out last year. Okay. So I think they're going to come out with a 2nd season soon. It's more violent than Squid Games, I'll tell you that. You love the violence in your TV shows. Well, it's interesting because you want to see how people would do certain things and how would you do it. Yeah. And like on YouTube, there is a hamster Squid Games. I thought that was really funny because it's like the clip art. It's just like the hamster holding on a bar. And I'm like, what are you doing to your poor hamsters? So it's clip art? It's not... Oh, no, it's actual hamsters. Okay, it's an actual... I was like, but there's no harm in any of the hamsters. Let's hope, otherwise we're going to have another situation like that PETA and Jackass thing. That is true. We don't want that. And I'm also laughing about the comments. Somebody named Jim said, so happy for season 2. I only read books where the main character is 6 feet or taller. Nothing gets my goat more than when a short guy... are cast for tall guy characters. That doesn't happen very often, does it? If anything, Hollywood tends to be tall. People are on the taller side. Everyone always lists Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is he is the exception. He is not the rule. People in Hollywood are taller. Are you sure?
They're taller than 5'6". I know that.
What's his name? Sylvester Stallone.
Okay. Let me put it this way: the ones who are shorter, other than Tom Cruise, who kind of was just a generally good-looking dude, if they're on the shorter side, they're probably muscular. Yeah. Like a Sylvester Stallone, who still has a great look on camera, despite how tall he is.
Also, like, he slurs his words a lot. We can't understand what he said because too many...
Who cares?
Were you about to say, hey, you guys?
No, I said Adrian.
Oh.
Adrian.
My bad.
I don't think... Miracle's too young. She's probably never seen any of the Rocky movies.
No, I have. Just like clips here and there.
That's not seeing the movie.
If you clip them together, it's one whole movie.
That is such a Gen Z thing to be like, yeah, I've seen it. But what that means is they've seen like clip 1.5 of like a 72-part clip that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Miracle.
Well, I know Rocky 3 is him versus the Russian. 4. My bad.
Yes. Yep. If he dies, he dies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.